The 11th Circuit Court ruled that intentional misgendering violates Title VII. For those who may not be aware, Title VII is the component of law that forbids employers from discriminating or allowing discrimination against employees in the workplace. In the Copeland decision, the court found that intentional and ongoing harassment pertaining to a characteristic protected under the Civil Rights Act, gender identity in this case, is a violation. It is harassment. But more than that, it's on par with racial or sexual harassment. In Copeland's case, supervisors took part in the harassment, which makes the situation more severe. But it should be noted that is by no means a requisite to cross the legal threshold of a hostile work environment. Continuing the string of GOP failures against the trans community, the Human Rights Campaign reports that every anti-LGBT bill before the Georgia legislature has been defeated. Every single one. More than 50 bills targeting everything from banning trans youth from schools to establishing legal discrimination against anyone on religious grounds. While the bills may be defeated, the politicians aren't just yet. In neighboring South Carolina, the Orange Menace has just endorsed a crazy person for federal office. Pastor Mark Burns, a Republican candidate for South Carolina's 3rd District, lost a previous election bid after publicly stating that parents of LGBT children should be executed for treason. Traitors, according to Burns, also include South Carolina's own Senator Lindsey Graham, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, and anyone who so much as considers any proposed gun legislation. Aaron in the Morning has helpfully edited together this clip of one of his previous television appearances.
The LGBT, transgender, grooming our children's minds is a national security threat because it is ultimately designed to destabilize the republic we call the United States of America. That's why when I'm elected, I don't want to just vote. I want to start holding people accountable for treason to the Constitution. We need to hold people for treason, start having some public hearings, and start executing people who are found guilty for their treasonous acts against the Constitution of the United States of America, just like they did back in 1776.
It should be noted the Constitution was not written until 1787, but expecting a man like Pastor Burns to have any idea about the Constitution and what it actually says is as silly as expecting a pastor like Mark Burns to have any idea what the Bible says. The good news is people like him and his orange overlord may be on the way out. Between outrage at the MAGA crowd over the loss of women's rights to bodily autonomy when Roe was overturned, and the burnout over the attempt to exterminate trans people, people are just plain sick of Republicans' shit, even in South Carolina. A new poll among Southern voters shows anti-trans bills are an election loser. A new survey reveals 71% of South Carolina voters are opposed to government intervention in LGBT youth health care, and 67% of Republicans affirmed that government should not be able to come between a child's parents and physicians. It seems that Republican emphasis on parents' rights has come back to haunt them. Oops. For TransPositions News, I've been Ember Belrad.